I wanna make sure I'm right. Boy, I let go. You know. Okay, so that was a sign just then. It's been on my heart and on my mind for literally over a year to post a video about a realization that I had over a year ago in this job situation. And so the best way, I'm gonna try to crank it out fast, to do it is this analogy. It's like, say you have this hoopty car, right? And not that my car's a hoopty, she's been with me a long time. But anyway, you have a hoopty car and you park it on a hill, and you know the blinkers don't work right, and you know you got to put gas in it every 3 miles and all this other stuff. So anyway, you park it and not paying attention, you don't park it well, and it starts rolling down the hill. So you see your car rolling, it's not in danger of hitting anybody, but you see it rolling and it's your car, and you run and you grab onto the back of the bumper. So now the car, and you're trying to stop it, but there's some momentum, and the car is now dragging you. And you know, you get some scrapes and bruises and maybe a contusion and sprain something, and the longer you hold on and the more momentum it builds, the more injuries you sustain because it's dragging you. And in this situation I was in, it was a working situation, it didn't feel right, and it was basically dragging me. And so my lesson was like, wow, I don't think somebody maybe can get to a point of not being drugged, because it's like that car was the analogy. It could be a relationship, it could be a job situation, it could be like an agreement or business partnership where we're getting drugged or drag. It's dragging you, basically. It's not honoring you, and it doesn't feel right, but yet we still are holding on to this thing for whatever reason. And so I think my learning was, wow, in another situation when I was in that, I let go sooner. And so the wondering is like, one, what's dragging you? Two, the longer we hold on to something that we know isn't right, the more injuries we sustain. So it's like, if we would have just let that hoopty roll off the hill or whatever it was gonna do, you know, maybe we would have just got a scrape when we realized that that it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to stop with us trying to stop it. But when we keep holding on in these situations and it just is dragging us, the more injuries we sustain. Like, we might have been able to be healthy enough to get another car, you know, maybe be on our grind, but now we're all banged up. First, we got to take care of our health before we can even replace the car. And it's like, was it worth it? Is the car more valuable than you? Is that job, is that situation, is the PTSD that, you know, you're going through, all that stuff, and our adrenaline can get going, and just like the car, and sometimes we forget that we can let go. Now, I'm not saying you can quit your job, I'm not saying to end your relationship, but what is it? It's even about letting go of a belief, maybe, that having that job makes you who you are, or belief that you deserve that kind of treatment. Maybe that's the first step, or awareness, or even considering it. And we can get so hooked in our adrenaline going that we forget. And so if you're seeing this video, whatever the situation is, this is also for me, because I'm thinking of a situation right now that I'm like, is he dragging me? I think he's trying to drag me. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's kind of dragging me because it's not feeling quite right. And it's just a reminder that whenever you're ready, no judgment, you can let go. So that was what was on my heart to share. So whoever hears this, may it be a blessing to you in some way, shape, or form. Take good care.